Welcome to the Diary of a Pan-African Preacher. There's an African proverb that says, he who joins hands to break another man's wall should remember that the flood does not choose whose house to enter first. The devastating floods that frequently affect Accra are not merely Ghana's problem. Across Africa, rapidly growing cities such as Lagos, Nairobi, and Dakar are facing similar challenges as urbanization, climate change, and inadequate infrastructure combine to increase the frequency and severity of urban flooding. Heavy rainfall, rising temperatures, poor drainage systems, and unplanned settlements have created conditions where floods are becoming a recurring urban crisis rather than an occasional disaster. Urbanization has transformed African cities over the past few decades. Millions of people have migrated from rural areas in search of economic opportunity, placing enormous pressure on existing infrastructure. In many cases, city planning and public investment have failed to keep pace with population growth. Drainage channels are blocked by waste, wetlands are encroached upon by housing developments, and natural floodplains have been converted into residential and commercial areas. Consequently, even moderate rainfall can result in severe flooding, loss of life, property damage, and disruption of economic activities. Governments have responded by investing in roads, drainage systems, flood control projects, and other infrastructure. These investments are essential and must continue. However, infrastructure alone cannot deliver resilience. Climate change is increasing the unpredictability and intensity of weather events, making it impossible for any infrastructure system to completely eliminate flood risk. The lesson emerging from Accra and other African cities is clear. Financial preparedness must become a central pillar of urban policy. Financial preparedness includes disaster risk financing, insurance mechanisms, emergency response funds, and social protection systems that help communities recover quickly after disasters. When households, businesses, and governments have access to financial resources before and after a flood, recovery becomes faster and less costly. Without such measures, floods can push vulnerable families deeper into poverty and undermine years of development progress. The responsibility for building resilience rests with both the state and local communities. Governments must enforce land use regulations, invest in resilient infrastructure, improve waste management, and strengthen disaster preparedness systems. At the same time, citizens must avoid indiscriminate dumping of waste into drains and waterways, which contribute significantly to urban flooding. Community participation in environmental stewardship is essential for protecting urban ecosystems and reducing disaster risk. This responsibility also carries a moral dimension. Scripture reminds us, do not defile the land where you live and where I dwell. Numbers 35:33 to 34. While the passage speaks to justice and the sanctity of the land, It also highlights a broader principle of stewardship. Protecting the environment is a shared obligation. As African cities continue to grow, sustainability, sustainable urban development, responsible citizenship, resilient infrastructure, and financial preparedness must work together. The rains will return. The question is whether our cities will be prepared. Ashe.